been out in my garage with my little drum room in here. We're going to use this drum room to record the drums for this album. Jared's going to be doing the sound engineering. We've ended up splitting two of my drum sets. One is well, actually they're both superstars, Tama superstars. One is birch and one is maple. So we're going to use the maple toms of one of the superstars, and we're going to use the birch kick of the other one, which is why the colours are different. The kick is red and the toms are black. Around my Sabian cymbal collection, I've got a Paragon 20-inch crash here. I've got a little stack here, some 13-inch fusion hats here, a 22-inch AAX metal ride. I've actually been using since I was about 19, although back in the day they didn't have an AAX range, they just had an AA, so I was using a 22 AA metal ride back then. So it's been a bit of a consistent cymbal throughout my my attempt at a drumming career. Next we got the Sabian Paragon, which kind of matches this Paragon, 20-inch Paragon. This is the 19-inch Sabian Paragon China. If you don't know about the Paragons, they're the Neil Peart, the drummer from Rush. They're his signature range. Over here we've got a HHX Evolution Ozone. The Evolutions are the Dave Weckl signatures. Excellent cymbals. So I've got the Evolution there. I've got the 14-inch Evolution hi-hats over there. They're kind of matching. I've got an HHX Ozone Ride, which I use as a 20-inch crash, and I've got a 17-inch AX, I think it's an Extreme China or something. I actually scored that off Rob Hendricks, and it's excellent auxiliary China. I've got a 12-inch Ice Bell over there, which I use for my left hand to do bell accents, and my right I use the ride, obviously. So that's it. I'm using the Charlie Benante 14x6 what is it, a steel snare, just a standard steel signature. I'm using Speed Cobra pedals because I'm lazy and I don't like pedals that are hard to use. And yeah, it's about it. And Jared's just miking up all the odds and ends. We just got the overhead placement sounding very nice. So there's nice panning sound that goes around the cymbals when I play them. So, like, you know, left is definitely on the left and right is definitely on the right. And we were discussing it before, but we're probably going to have the recording from the drummer's perspective as opposed to the audience perspective. So when you listen to it, when I hit the tom here, for example, it'll be in your left ear, as opposed to the audience perspective where it would be in your right ear, if that makes sense. Yeah, so this is day one anyway. We're just farting around with cables and microphones, and yeah, it's thankfully the middle of summer, so it's not very hot in here at all. In fact, I mentioned to Jared, perhaps next time we choose to do recording, perhaps we can choose the middle of winter when it's nice and cold in here and you don't sweat standing still. So this is what I'll be doing for the next couple of weeks, probably, because we're going to take our time and try to do plenty of takes, try to keep the drumming as organic as possible. I'm going to try to take my time and get as many good takes as we can, and then from those takes we're going to build the best of me onto the recordings as possible, without too many studio tricks, hopefully. Stay outside, baby. Good girl. Just wait, please. We're ahead of schedule. We managed to track multiple takes of four of the songs, so we're actually halfway. And Jared's been an absolute dream. Hey? He's been in charge of turning on that fan between takes, because it is pretty warm in here. See if you can see my face, see how sweaty I am. Hi, sweaty as. Fun fact: I've been hitting my rim shots so hard that the snare has tilted down slightly, so I have to keep on like bending it back. So that gives an indication of how hard I've been trying to put these tracks down today. The dogs have been very good. Dogs have been outside. Sammy's been patiently waiting to to come in to see Daddy, but she's been very good and she's been stuck outside all day. Look at her. Look how sad she is. Sad face. Anything to report, Jared?
No, not really. Halfway there. Still living on a prayer.
I knew you were going to say that. The second you went halfway there, I was like, oh, don't do it. Today is Adrian's tracking. So Adrian, why don't you talk me through the guitars, the amp and the effects that you're using?
What have I got? The Ibanez RG350, I think it is. DiMarzio's in it, and this has got the same DiMarzio's in it, but it's Ibanez 7, the slip-knot guitar, cool guitar, and my Gibson SG. Chocolate brown. I'm using my Randall. I think we're mainly using the middle module, which is the Bogner. So it's a Hot Rodders Marshall, I think the Bogner is. And the other module is a Mesa Boogie module. So a little bit more gain on that one. I think we're using the Tube Screamer, or the Green Mile, is the newer equivalent of it. Over the Bogner, just to kind of tighten up the bottom end a little bit. And yeah, really simple, not using any effects, all dry, so that we can process it afterwards and make it sound sweet. Yep, pretty much.
And how many tracks have you managed to put down so far?
5.5. So, getting there.
Alright, let's do it.
Am I going to do those intro things, or we're just going to go straight to the main riff?
Do the stabs.
Do the stabs?
Yeah.
Do it. Ah.
Ready?
Yeah. Feels weird not doing the solos.
So here we are at the 4th day of guitar tracking.
We've spent the day pretty much patching up everything we'd missed so far, so lots of clean guitars and a couple of lead breaks and stuff like that. So getting there, probably about 80% done with Adrian's parts. A couple of solos left.
The jigsaw puzzle continues.
Yeah, so probably one more day of guitars, and then next week we start the bass as well.
And Adrian's holding a bass because he said that he wanted to confuse everybody.
Yeah.
Are you confused?
Sid's taken over the lead guitars, and I'm going to play bass.
what's the hardest thing you've had to track so far?
Oh, that was today. There's like 5 notes and drove us mad for about an hour. So we glued it together with super glue and hopefully it'll sound good.
Which song's that off?
Arrowhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Arrowhead, the new one.
Yeah.
The bane of everyone's existence.
yeah, 5 notes, what should have been the easiest part, turned into a freaking nightmare.
And who wrote Arrowhead? The pro GC himself. Which concert was that?
Chili Peppers.
What happened to Chili Peppers?
Probably down a gallon of beer just before and pushed my way right front, maybe 5th or 6th row.
How old were you?
Early 20s, maybe 22, 23, right around about. Before they were going to play, I really had to go. I can unload, so I turn around and I see thousands of people behind me. Thousands. And if I push through and get out of there, take a leak and come back, I would have missed half the show. And I look in front of me, there are people everywhere trying to flop it and do it to the ground. So I pissed myself. And I hugged thousands of people. And by the time the concert's finished, I was dry.
You pissed your pants.
Well, what would you do?
You didn't have a cup or a...
I didn't think about it. I mean, it was never a problem before. You have 2 choices. Either flop it out, you pretty much get smashed.
I'd probably flop it out and try to piss somewhere where there was
you
no
will
one.
arrive at your destination.
As opposed to just piss straight into my own pants. That sounds worse.
I don't know.
It sounds worse than maybe getting a punch in the face.
Just keep it to yourself, yeah?
Yeah. It's alright, nobody watches the bass videos anyway, so
Fair enough.
secret's safe with me. Jared is beginning his guitar tracking for the album.
I sort of expected to be using the Les Paul for the most part. It's an Epiphone Gothic Studio. Pickups have been changed out, some Seymour Duncans. Tailpiece has been changed, nuts been changed. I've got that funky little string butler thing on the headstock up there, which helps with the tuning stability. Handy for Les Pauls. But I've actually ended up using this Strat a bit more, built from a whole bunch of different things. It's just got the Seymour Duncan blackout in the bridge there. I had a bit of a problem with this one actually, it's ended up smelling quite nice because under the pickguard here there was just a big open cavity, and so when we cranked it up loud it would cause feedback quite a bit. So I actually got a whole bunch of old like lavender tea light candles and just melted them all in there and basically blocked it up with wax, so it smells pretty good.
It smells like lavender.
Yeah, and it fixed the feedback problem. So as for the amp, I'm using my Vox AC30 for all my main rhythm sections, and I'm sort of driving that with a tube screamer and a blues driver.
Have you got your parts laid out? Because quite often you add stuff to complement the parts that other guys have written.
Yeah.
Rather than write. Apart from Arrowhead, which is one you wrote yourself.
Yeah, Arrowhead and Lunchbox are the first songs that I have come up with for Primacy. All the rest of them, I usually write my parts last because Adrian often brings most of the riffs to the table, and there's a lot going on, and Sid and Will add their parts, and there's even more going on. So it's a bit of a process to actually take everything apart and find space for my parts, but also for the vocals as well. So the song demoing stage can be quite a process. Instead of adding parts to riffs, we quite often have to take parts away because there's too much going on, and create the space for other things to go in that actually sort of build the atmosphere of the song a bit more. So there's definitely been a few instances of that so far. Our new vocalist is arriving. He'll be flying through Cyclone Gita to get here. He's dedicated. So I'll hopefully have my tracks done, all the instrument parts will be down, and we can get started in writing vocal lyrics and melodies and start tracking those.
Into the sea.
Nice.
Fingers torn, my body's broken.
I need to put something in my tummy.
This path I chose won't be easy. I know I've gotta push on, push on, push on, push on, push on.
Yeah.
Fingers torn.
Oh. Try one more. That was no good.
This sacrifice won't be for nothing. This nail has broken the hammer.
The nail.
The nail, not the snail, not this snail.
The path I chose won't be easy. I know I've gotta push on. This path I chose. Oh shit. Smile disguising your manipulation had me believing your guilt and eyes now.
You can't really do that harsher unless I attack it.
Your guilt and lies now.
Fuck,
Try that.
that's a lot of air, but
We'll
it's
just
kind
do
of what
that
I'm doing.
part.
Okay.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Your guilt and lies now. No, 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 no. Smile disguising.
Nice.
Without going full gurgle. Super awesome.
Scoff all you want, but this is a crisis.
Yeah, mean.
Grunt.
Too much that time.
Whoopsie.
Long way round and back again. The part we've lost, right back where we started.
Nice.
Yay.
That was, on the whole, rather nice.
Step out of my way.
Yeah, nice. Couple of those.
Pull your fucking head out of the clouds! Pull your fucking head out of the clouds! Bring cheap budlings that are cold and outdated!
That was ruthless. That was pretty much on the money, Ming.
Yeah. I'll converge them both. So it sounds super awesome, but it has a little grunt.
I'm falling apart!
On that final hit, do a big slam into the wall and pull away.
Foundations eroded, but you've always known. Planned execution, I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go.
Quite cool, actually.